Yesterday was the transition stage. The only one of this year's edition, they In its 20th incarnation, the Western Cape of South Africa is the host location, offering spectacular views in some of the finest mountain bike trails on the planet. This year, the 8-day Cape Race covers 617 kilometers with 16,500 meters of vertical climbing. Today is day 6, and it's the only transitional day in this year's Cape Epic. The riders will get out of Farrellsburg and the legendary Banesville Pass. Race 3 sections of the northern start of the day to get the legs warmed up for the rugged terrain to come. A total of 94 kilometers with 2,100 meters of climbing, including the cheese grater, with stinging the tail before finishing in Wellington. The men's elite start line is 2022 Cape Epic winners for their Speed Company. They will get up to Lucas Town, currently 4th, almost 7.5 minutes off the pace. Toyota Specialized 91, Matt Wheels and Howard Cross, currently 3rd, that's 152 kilometers. World Bicycle Relief, Nero Church and Sebastian Philly in 2nd, just 32 seconds from Euro. And on the leader's jersey, for the first time, with half megabyte, unstaking 2 bar element. The riders leave Sandelsburg for the final time and head out onto the course. They are roughly a third of the way into the overall race, so towards 40 places. Half megabyte are loving the yellow leader's jersey, and can feel the target on their back. There's 19 kilometers into the race, and get the big gap behind the front runners. He doesn't do the rocky growing well, and takes it right on lack of concentration. World Bicycle Relief surrendered the yellow jersey yesterday, and are still very touch with half megabyte. Just 30 kilometers into the stage, Sebastian Philly suffered with 5 train problems. He drops the chain and cracks the chain guard. The rough downhill takes its toll on the riders and bikes. The human children have stopped twice. Half megabyte had the opportunity to control the race. And now makes a 5 on 2nd in the GC. Alman and Becky have been consistently strong. They sit in the front and come at the back. Almost 3 hours into the race, Cannondale takes to the front on the dual fuel track. It's her first big train in this year's race. And gets VIVO, the former marathon world champion, and Mark Strickland is the big 2023 winner, make a break and quickly get 10 seconds on the lead group. This is a defining moment for Canyon City. World Bicycle Relief have remained calm after the early mechanical problems. They had a similar day yesterday, having to chase back from very early in the stage. However, with Schurter's experience, they are staying calm and hoping it's the end of their bad luck. At the 75-kilometer mark, Canyon City remained in the lead. The 2022 champion for their Speed Company, they will get up to Crystal, Australian Touch, the Toyota Specialized 91 and Buck Regimo 16 seconds behind. World Bicycle Relief are now 2:14 behind. It all comes down to the Cheese Crater Trail. Canyon City have the bit between their teeth. Seebold and Stutzman have found their legs. The German-Swiss duo is currently in 6th on the GC, just over 13 minutes off the leaders, but every second counts. The Church Group are 3 of the top 5 on the GC, of their Speed Company, Toyota Specialized 91, and a yellow half megabyte. It's only 10:30 a.m. and the temperatures are rising, the thermometer is in the high 30s, and there's no more to hide. Canyon City have a clean pass through the Cheese Crater section and power into the finish unscathed in just over 3 hours and 40 minutes. It's their first podium of the race, and it's the top step. Just 49 seconds later, it's a sprint finish for second. The ace takes a position and drops forward. He manages to cross the line before the second line from a VIVO Speed Company. Toyota Specialized 91 takes second, and everyone down in third. Just over 4 minutes later, World Bicycle Relief crossed the line after another day played with the chemicals. The men's podium is our VIVO Speed Company in third for the second day in a row. Toyota Specialized 91 in second, and a convincing win for Canyon City. Alman and Becky are only in another day with the yellow leader's jersey, having increased their lead to 1 minute and 47 seconds. In the real time race in February, we have the top 3 teams. The Toyota Specialized 91, the full double CFR and Kamara Shepherd that led 6.5 minutes off the leaders. Currently in second by 113 seconds is Cannondale Factory Racing, on the Richard Alma and Candace Hill. And in the orange leader's jersey in their first Africa day is Gold Factory Racing, and the third track in the controller. The start and go, you need to get out into the course for what is set to be a hot and dusty African day. Transitional stages are traditionally smoother, flatter and less rough, but today has a combination application of all surfaces and gradients. There is no easy stage on the 2024 Absicate Epic. Those factory racing just need to control the pace and not let Cannondale dictate the intensity. Toyota Specialized 91 are keen to get in the mix today after consistently losing time in the general classification. 2023 Pet Epic winner, Mira Lotta from the Fishes Infinity SUV Shred and new teammate Alexis Scala have battled for the last couple of days, and today is another challenge. Just 20 kilometers into the race at the Bravo Ball section, they start to be blocked by the top three teams. Cannondale and Toyota Specialized 91 need to put those under pressure if they are going to have a shot at the overall general classification. Cannondale are hoisted by the out of the charge, goes lead the race hill and set the weakness in the dilemma at the 75-kilometer mark. They've won the final time after the Zurich quarter point, and they've got the hammer down and making gaps to second and third. Now is the time to take advantage of the weakness and put some time into the GC. They cross the line in just over 4.5 hours. There's a split for second, and it goes from Cannondale factory racing, overtaking 16 seconds later, followed by Toyota Specialized 91. On the podium for today's stage 3, we see Toyota Specialized 91 in third. Second goes to Cannondale factory, and the first win in the race from Coast Factory Racing. They'll retain the orange dealer's jersey and extend their overall lead to 2.5 minutes. well. Sebastian Finney's drivetrain and Eno Schurter, they are now down in third. 3:47 off the pace, and Schurter was speaking of, they lost their motivation a little bit yesterday, so it's going to be a key day for them today. Will they get it back? Gail Geiger and Lucas Baum never ever short of motivation and drive and aggression. And Fabian Ravenstein and somebody for continue to slip further back to William factory pair. And they're going to be undertaken from Seattle, that's for sure. The women in third, Connor and Ewan, 4 stages down, 4 wins to them. And they are 2.5 minutes. They doubled their lead over the Cannondale factory races first. So Bigov is Vierfan and Samara Shepherd. Trading Water of Afraid down in third place. The Toyota Specialized 91 team, they need to do something in these next couple of days. They will be challenged for the Toyota Specialized fair. Lawson and Strada will be defending champions race of putting back-to-back. I don't think they are going to start alive. And the leader, Tiger Lewis, for the base of Peter the Toy. And that race is fierce. First and second. Literally, that's the same line as the fourth of Beard and Cross. So they're primary goals for the senior team. However, if they go well enough, they could get right up on the African team. One piece of news is that Team Honeycomb Pro Cycling, who did have the African jersey on that stage 2, are now out of the race as a combination. So actually, unfortunately, we have to withdraw the race of this year by going today. The mix is led by Rio Bayamon and Samantha Sanders after the Gazoo Racing by 31 minutes. And this one was Shelley Knowles. Ulrika Hansen, Pretorius and Alexander Lawrence report mixed. Alexander had trouble the first couple of days. It seems to have got his bounce back, and he's now in third place. In the NTT Drive Masters, Carl Black continues to dominate every category. He keeps the ride in Thomas Lisa, his partner. They are 49 minutes ahead of Gianna Claudio Antivo, the Brazilian pair. Alexander Luti in third place in the Masters. The other from men will be elected one of the pro cyclists, Berlin 7, but his leaps are going beautifully. 3 minutes here on the leader. Very big competitive field there. The NTT Masters women's category led by Ina Brent and Barbara Schwartz. Ashes and Pastor by 33 minutes. On the last line is Unless Stay riding up the Dean Mother in her 20th consecutive AMSI I think. She and John Gale, the last 2 standing. And it's another incredible effort by her. Chantal Bosch and Josanne Lowe in third place there. The amateur women led by Paula Lopez and Alejandra Arias. Uncomfortable fashion for the matches, 56.49. Third place. 30 Grandmaster men, the job that's on the John there. You have to have it for these videos. And just 55 minutes gap between those two. That's the thing we also the swim, they're looking for the pressure on the expected today in the race. Grandmaster women, former winners make the winner the very first AMSI, I think, on the points alongside another legend of the mountain bike, Michelle Lombardi, and the Ingrid Evans and Harrison in the second place, very well indeed. He's passed and Fiona Austin in third place here. They're about 5 miles behind on the entry shot, who are super strong in the Toyota Redmi. A great grandmaster mix, 60 plus. They don't come much tougher than Barty Booker. This event is experienced in South Africa, and they are an hour ahead. Great thing, Vivian Hardman at the Hansen, an elect replacement for Swede for Frank Stabel. he proved to be very strong indeed. And then Ali in third place in the great last year. New countries from this is the second year. Those riders 16 The Zara category is closely contested affair. From the Cuppetto are leading this. Kusangidi and Damon DeBlanche. Damon doing his first Apsicate epic and doing a fantastic job. But then, GP World Cannondale is still 15 minutes down. Pretty much a former winner of this category, and obvious Karombi in the third place with Zara. And they are 53 minutes down. This is the journey. We've been to Lawrenceburg, we've been to the furthest part of the route, Salzburg, and transferred down to the middle here to Wellington. And the next 4 days are all about some of the most incredible trails anywhere on the planet. Here in Wellington, the Golden Pass Wildboard Trails, they are going to, it's the greatest hit for Wellington's trails, the trail network, and the Stellenbosch for the final 2 stages. Obviously, to be absolutely riveting riding and viewing for those viewing the stations.
Well, all about the rider experience for sure. You can see there just the concentrated nature of the trails, concentrating on the Stellenbosch, the Wellington, the Uber. The course designers have picked the very finest trails in the iconic regions in not only in South Africa of mountain biking, but also around the world. The Epic Series, the pinnacle of the Epic Series. Epic Series is really about racing the world and picking those iconic destinations all over the world. Part of the Epic Series is the 4 Island Race in Croatia, the Andorra Epic, of course in Andorra, and the Swiss Epic in the Graubünden region of Switzerland.
So that's the full journey of this year's 20th edition of the Apsicate Epic. This is today's route, which has been adjusted, and this is to mitigate issues regarding the intense weather that is going to prevail in this part of the world. Temperatures in excess of 40 degrees expected today. The riders yesterday getting home, getting to the finish midday, already 40 degrees. And then the last riders came there after 9 hours yesterday. So brutal conditions for all these riders. And as a result, that yellow section you see there has been removed through the Cycleops area, but it still leaves a very, very tested stage of 73 kilometers with 2,550 meters of accumulated timing. This is going to test every single rider, bearing in mind that at 4 hard stages, in many ways the race really starts now for so many of these riders. This is the Queen stage, then the stage thereafter, more of the Wellington trails tomorrow, and the Stellenbosch awaits Saturday and Sunday. The adjusted profile, well, it starts to be very good. Harbour Park, climb up to the top there, and the top. The Scout Camp, 7 feet, cool running with a sensational section of single track, then and the real piece of resistance today after his climb, big cliffhanger the first time, the Apsicate Epic.
And of course, after the cliffhanger, we can expect to see the old favourites, Full Monty and Route 66, on the way down to Wellington. Wellington, again, an iconic destination for mountain biking. Visited by mountain bikers, local ones and international. And fantastic destination if you want to enjoy some of the best trails in the world. And of course, tomorrow we move on to Stellenbosch. That's your hometown.
Tomorrow, the next day.
The next day, yes, correctly. Today is the first of the big stages. Tomorrow by the weekend will be in your hometown, and you'll be able to sleep at home, chill, and also be able to watch these favourite trails, your local backyard trails, and being tackled by the world's best mountain bikers.
Well, it's a privilege watching them ride all these trails. A 5 rocket day today. This is the tough one today. And the riders going to be tested to the extreme. There's the race that measures all the Apsicate Epic. The 7 wolves presiding over the day here at Wellington. And it is harvest time. It's a very busy time for the farmers with the fragrance
can smell the fermenting grapes as they are carried away and taken to the wineries to process to produce some of the very best wines and vintages you can imagine. Right, let's go back to rewind just a few hours, not even a couple of minutes, in fact, to earlier today on stage number 4, the Etiquette Epic. We do this every morning. They do start at 7 a.m. Nice early start, which means it is a cooler start for the early riders, bearing in mind that the latter, the back end of the field start about an hour and a quarter, hour and a half after the lead riders. So they really do have a tough day. But let's have a look back at today's stage, at the early start today. Beautiful it was to do very, very early. This is word from Bart Benchins.
A little bit better yesterday. Yesterday I felt already in the morning that my legs were not like 100% recovered, but today I'm doing better. Also the course was really nice today, so I'm really looking forward.
Not such a good day for you yesterday. You did a good job in the piece.
Yeah, I know that is not my first day of the week. That it was not too bad at all, but yeah, today I think we will most of
They shortened the course. What do you think about that? Does it matter?
Yeah, also yesterday we think we already really hot, also I think it's a good decision for the amateurs that have to stay there the whole day in the heat. You know, also for them it's not really healthy to get that to do, so but also for us it was quite hot yesterday, so I think it's a good decision, yes.
Thank you and good luck. Sergio, good morning. How are you feeling?
Morning.
I told you I was thinking about postura tercera in the Hollywood week. It's an early start of the morning today, Queen's Day. What do you think about it?
Well,
Did you read the description of the profile cliffhanger that you uploaded?
I don't know about this, but it was a surprise to me today.
It's like a first picture of where you will recognize all these films. It's going to be fast today. The shorter street is not supposed to be needed. Is that a decision?
Yeah, it's like it's nice to improvise and the tracks, and also it's nice to remember some section like, oh, I was riding here before. So yeah, it's really interesting.
What are the tactics for today?
Well, we are trying to be conservative, keeping energy, especially for the final part of the race. So I hope today I feel a bit more fresh than yesterday.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hans Viking, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Fine. We've been out waiting to get epic and everybody suffers, but we're in good health, in good spirits, so ready to go.
Fourth stage, green stage, they shortened the stage a little bit. A good decision you take?
I think for the general people, it was already super hot yesterday, and if it's even going to be warmer, I think it's a wise choice. But for me as a marathon rider, I prefer a big day out. But yeah, still it's going to be really hard and really beautiful.
Have you ridden most of this stage before? Did you recon the race on several parts, or is it completely new for you?
I know every meter more or less, so it helps a lot for today.
Cliffhanger must be a beautiful sensation if you reach the top and going down.
Yeah, it's the most beautiful single track I ever ridden, and I look super forward to going again today.
Good luck and have a nice day out today, even if it's going to be that warm.
Thank you.
Simon Skidjan, how important is it to warm up every day again?
For me, it feels really important to get the legs spinning again after a hot stage like yesterday. Even you cool down after the stage in the morning, you feel a bit tired, so it's quite important to get your body and your legs ready.
And today, it seems to be a short stage on paper. But it's going to be hard from the beginning.
Yeah, I know the stage quite well from the previous years and also from training here. Like you said, short, but many meters of climbing in that distance.
It's a green stage, and they shorten it a little bit. Is that the right decision?
I think for us it doesn't affect so much. It's going to be fast anyway, but I think it's the right decision for the amateur.
Fantastic days racing today. It's the Queen's Stage. due to extreme temperatures, so the total for the event is now 605 kilometers with 16,050 meters of climbing. Stage 4 is the Queen stage, meaning it is incredibly challenging and has spectacular trails. The dual tracks give way to single track. Cool runnings afterwards the Toyota Cliffhanger and Route 66 on legendary lines. They will cover 73 kilometers and climb 2,550 meters before the finish back in Wellington. For the first time on the Wellington start line, we have a World Bicycle Elite, Sebastian Kienzi and Nino Schurter. They are 3 minutes 47 seconds behind the yellow Eagles jersey. Toyota Specialized 91, our clubs and Latvia are in second, 147 off the pace, and yellow for the second day of Half Megamo, Half Parliament, and Hans Becking, with almost 12 and a half hours of racing in their legs. The gun is on stage 4 of the 20th edition of the application. The riders feel the pressure not only of the incredibly tight overall classification, but also the days that is to come. With temperatures threatening to reach 40 degrees, hydration and nutrition management are going to be imperative. Today's route out of Wellington is a classic Cape Epic stage and will for sure be a defining moment for the Australians. Yesterday's winner, Canyon City, Daniel Schubert and Mark Stilson, World Bicycle Elite, and Toyota Specialized 91 put the pressure on at the 35-kilometer mark. They've exited time on the yellow jerseys, and by the time they reach the 17th climb, they have a 50-second gap. 2022 Cannondale companies of the speed company Dale Figure and Vito Farm are in the chasing group, and they have a mixed race so far with 2 difficult days and 2 podiums. It looks like our Megamark made the price for incredible effort on the earlier stages. Alman, the European marathon champion, has been amazingly strong in the race so far, but the Cape Epic is taking its toll. 47 kilometers into the race, and the 3 teams at the sharp end remain the same. They're working together to increase the gap to the yellow jersey, which now sits at 1 minute and 20 seconds. As the riders reach the legendary Cliffhanger, they enjoy some of the best mountain bike trails in the world. Nino Schurter takes the lead with Sebastian Kienzi on his wheel. This is a masterclass in mountain biking. Here's the drop stay in contact, but Canyon City have worked on their matches and lose the wheel. Heading into the race finish, it's down to World Bicycle Elite and Toyota Specialized 91. Schurter and Kienzi on masters of the sprint, so Kienzi knows the skills well and makes it as fast as possible for them. The time is taken for the second ride in the queue across the line, so protecting is everything. Drops and Schurter across the line. It's a photo finish for the South African and Danish champions. The win goes to World Bicycle Elite with Toyota Specialized 91 second for second. 1 minute 10 seconds later, Canyon City takes the line for third, and in second place today are Half Megamo. They have paid the price in the previous stages and are down almost 7 minutes today, losing the yellow leader jersey. The main lead podium for stage 4 is Canyon City in third. Toyota Specialized 91 in second, and today's winners for the second time this event, World Bicycle Elite, Schurter and Kienzi. The yellow leaders jersey changes hands for the third time this event. Toyota Specialized 91 here's the drops of our new owners by 2 minutes going to the stage 5. The Aramex Elite women's category has never been so hotly contested. In third are Toyota Specialized 91 with Sophia Gomez-Villapan and Samara Shepherd. Cannondale Factory Racing, Cannondale and Mona Mezzavalna, and just 2.5 minutes in the lead are Ghost Factory Racing, Annie Terpstra and Nicole Fuller in the orange leaders jersey. The gun goes to stage 4 on the pressure is palpable. Cannondale and Toyota Specialized 91 lead to the pressure on Ghost with the want to challenge the GC. The podiums look the same every day so far. Terpstra and Fuller seem to be infallible. Gomez-Villapan has wanted to up the pace for the past 2 stages, and it's now her turn to show off his job. Partner Shepherd is getting stronger and stronger as the days go on, but whatever they do is quickly covered by the other 2 teams. Next is the turn of Lil from Cannondale to stretch the pace. He's been on fantastic form and really wants this one. Lil has been second overall 3 times in the Cape Epic, and it has become a clear story. All American champions live on that, even though it's top forward, but he has the talent to go with Lil. Keep trying and can't make any mistakes. Goes to all the answers today. They can control the race and lead into the later route cliffhanger. They are silky smooth through the switchbacks, not taking any risks. All the riders look forward to this part of the course. They won't win the race in this section, but a moment's slip in concentration could be catastrophic. As the riders return to Wellington, they're all vying for position, but eventually it's Ghost Factory Racing that outmaneuver the other two teams. They'll play a smart game and cross the line first under 4 hours and 9 minutes. There's 2 seconds behind Cannondale and Specialized battle it out, and it's Redmi about Shepherd that takes second, with Lilith Lindemann in third. It's a little more of a podium today, and it's not Factory Racing when Wizard Armac and Canvas Lilith third. Against the Specialized 91, Sophia Clever Vietnam and Tamara Traffic, in their first, second place, and Ghost Factory Racing and third place Nicholas Miller have a clean sweep winning every stage so far. The only difficulty remains with Ghost Factory Racing. They now have just over 2 minutes and 30 seconds on second and almost 8 minutes on third. Today and the remaining 3 days or 2 days after this. Let's go down there and hear from the riders with Bart Brenchens.
It's a short stage, 70k, not that much climbing, 1,750. How important is warm-up for these stages? Because probably it goes fast in the beginning.
I think it will be even more important than the other days because it's short and then everybody will go full gas from the start. So I will start a little bit earlier today, the warm-up, to have a longer warm-up and maybe a little bit more intensive than the other days.
What are the tactics for today? Is it possible to be on the podium?
I think the front racing is so hot. I don't think they'll let any other team get in there. But we'll see, anything can happen.
The tactics, if you wanted, the good memories from some years ago.
Yeah, it was raining, so it was my weather conditions. Today it's a bit different. But I think with the fast stage, a lot of cornering, some trails, and you have to be in the front, stay there, and then hopefully have the power towards the end.
What would be the expected winning time? I mean, 70k, whatever starting, very fast.
I think average about 25 kilometers per hour, so 2 hours 45, 3 hours complete.
Great. Straight today, that was starting. The tendency was two very strong teams. What do you have in mind? What are the tactics?
Yeah, I think today looks like the first half of the race will be really fast. So the tactics will be again like help the guys to hit the first rails up in the front to have a good start, to be all together there, and to help them in the first half. And I think then it will be up to them, and there will be more climbing, more single tracks, and I think they will be again in the attack mode.
George, how do you feel this morning?
Yeah, quite well. I mean, I think no one's super fresh, but yeah, I think we're quite good. I'm still good, so let's go.
On paper, I think this is the stage for you guys.
Yeah, probably the fast stage, it cools down a bit, heat is not that much a problem. It's not too much climbing, so yeah, we will see.
And what are the tactics for today?
Well, I mean, with the 9 minutes to the leader, we're back against the wall, so we're gonna survive the first hour, I think, and then we'll see towards the end what the legs still have in the tank.
So back to the wall on the Olympic Speed Company there as they charge away from Wellington. Another out-and-back loop in this beautiful part of the world, exploring some of the finest trails imaginable. The wild wall trails will be in use today, and plenty more. So the yellow jerseys are with the Matt Beers and his partner Howard Phillips in the Toyota Spotlight 1992. Early morning, quite cool, much cooler, and predicted temperatures today not nearly as hot as the last 2 days. And that took a serious toll on this race. If you consider that yesterday's stage took these medium riders just about 3 hours and 20 minutes to get back into the field and finish the last rider across the line, 9 hours and 35 minutes. The last team across the line, Xiaomi, and they took the careful do 9 hours and 18. That shows you how much work the amateurs are having to do to get through the untrained African mountain bike race. The roller coaster was the first thing we would see. 2 teams on the front and 1 rider on his own here. So 5 riders, that tells you that he's riding as a solo today. The Hungry Sail of the Toyota Spotlight team. His partner Alex Miller rolled at the start line and then pulled out, allowing himself to ride on solo. But he's not allowed to get involved in the race. He's going to sit at the back of the group for the entire day. So with us, and we can provide some support to his teammates who are left here and trying to up the road. So we'll set up for a fantastic day's racing today. Short and sharp, Neil Gardner sits alongside me once again. Neil, looking forward to today.
Well, it's going to be another cracker day. It is the shortest full-length stage of the week, and 70 kilometers, 1,750 meters of climbing. It does sound like a lot in relative terms to general mountain biking, but in absolute kinetic terms, it's as we said, it's a relatively short day, and the riders, that's from start to finish. And you spoke about it earlier, Gerald, but you touched on it a moment ago. The recovery for the back markers. It's all very well. We're talking a lot about the professional riders, the top riders, the UCI registered athletes, but it's that finish to start recovery thing, from finish to start. So some of the riders will be finishing late in the afternoon, and they have a very short time to recover. So spare a thought for the amateurs. And as they head into the latter half of the week, big challenges for them still lie ahead.
Absolutely. After the stronger P right here early on, this is familiar today. They pass through the Misha premium wines and Vineyard Nursery, plus they produce their own wines, and of course Belvedere. So earlier today, the women on the start line here, Candice Lill and Amanda Mitivana, have kept themselves very much in the hunt as they are 2 minutes and 31 seconds behind the Ghost Factory Racing there. So please go with you on the left after the RH have some work to do for the very specialized team there. 7 minutes and 56 seconds now on Ghost Factory Racing. In the African jerseys, Steph Walters and Daniel Stradon. And they take the record in the last couple of days from Sarah Hill and Hayley Smith. Away the Aramex women's race draw. Is today a day we might have short, so it's unlikely that the field line is starting to tick on rather rapidly for Cannondale Factory Racing. It can seems to break around 4 consecutive second places and usually start doing something to put the Ghost Factory Racing team on better.
I think more telling, in fact, that it is very true. There is just a very small amount of time that almost seems to be possible because of the completely unbustable plan of Ghost Factory Racing. They have not shown a single weakness, not one moment have they shown that all the things, all deficits could be even addressed. And there are 8 minutes, just under 8 minutes separating the top 3 in the women's category, which is the closest we've seen so far ever in the race. At this stage in the race, definitely, and at this point, anything can happen. And we did hear from Candice Lill yesterday that they will never give up. They will continue putting as much pressure as they can on the Ghost Factory Racing team. And so far, no weakness shown, but they will keep fighting until the very end.
So the Aramex women's race running off a couple of minutes behind our elite men as they explore the beautiful trails on the slopes of Hochberg here in Wellington today. Just jumping to the front there on the first section of single track roller coaster, and Isabella, of course, a World Cup winner twice last year. She's only 22. She's won 2,000 world titles already. Massively mature for a young 32 years of age. And of course, she's got a very experienced partner in Candice Lill on the front here. Experienced across all facets of the sport, but particularly here at the Cape, I think. And she's showing it this year by managing those crowds. The Belvedere Farm belonging to Scott Berger and his family. That was the position of the first water point at around 27 centimeters. That is the route now today. Kinberg is that mountain around which they will go back into the Broadway where it values the Dual Trails. Some fantastic trails again in the sport back.
Absolutely gorgeous day for all mountain bikers. Not quite as hot. We saw the weather predictions were not quite as high as into the 30s. That's almost hitting 40 at one point in Wellington. And the beautiful those trails like we spoke about earlier. The highlight of the day for many of the mountain bikers every single day is the Toyota top section. But before they get there, they have the roller coaster, Belvedere, and the climb up Lesnar and the Happy Park. Happy Park is one of the local favorites of the trail, and of course the Toyota top section. The Golden Mile is the highlight of the day.
Absolutely lovely trail. It will bring them down towards the finish to the Boston family behind them in to the finish in Wellington. These are trails that are enjoyed by mountain bikers all around the country, but particularly on the Western Cape, part of the Wild Trail network that encompasses around the 50 kilometers of today's stage, let alone all the other trails in the region. So beautiful day out, 70 kilometers, 1,750 meters of climbing, and a free sprocket today by Cape Epic standards, a relatively easy competition. riders to explore the trails, the wild boar trails, and so many more here in the Wellington area as they make their way up the mountain on the slopes of Kronberg Mountain. The decomposed granite providing wonderful terroir for growing wine. The peak of this mountain, incidentally, 922 meters, so nothing like the peaks and the massive mountains they climbed yesterday. But there's enough challenges. There's very little flat. There's almost nothing flat today, except for the field that they're all out of and into at the CPUT campus. So the lead group has finally seemingly established itself. The yellow jerseys are in here, so are World Bicycle Relief and Canyon City in this group as well. So the team that are missing here are Buff Megamo, seemingly not in this group. Snaking along the trails, heading out towards the workplay area and the door around the southeast ridge of the Kronberg Mountain. The team just looking back on the left one earlier today, the Bulls Mavericks, Steven Schneller and Rusuba were in this group, so you're seeing a racing team, Steve John and Jakob Hartmann, looking to keep themselves in the frame. But you can bet that they'll be highly motivated with World Bicycle Relief, and Nino Schurter putting himself right where he wants to be on the front of this race to try to take some of that time back. 2 minutes on the Toyota Specialized 91 pair of Matfield. And Alcott, they've yet to win a stage in this race, but they have the yellow jerseys, so they are in the prime position. The Bulls are still there, it seems, in that group, but I don't think the Singer Racing pair are any longer in the group.
We can see Nino Schurter once again at the front, pushing the pace. And on overall general classification, Nino Schurter and Sebastian Finney are 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes behind Toyota Specialized 91. World Bicycle Relief are the team of Nino Schurter and Sebastian Finney. Buff Megamo on overall general classification are 5 minutes and 3 seconds back, and Orbea Lead Speed Company 9 minutes 33. And in the fifth slot, Canyon City at 11:36. We did expect a lot from the Canyon City team. They won stage 3 and were third on stage 4, so they have had a great performance and looked promising in the latter half of the race. But I think 11 minutes is quite a big gap to make up, especially with the dense field that we see in the men's category, especially with the close racing between World Bicycle Relief and Toyota Specialized 91. Nino Schurter will be wanting to put as much pressure on his rivals. We'll be looking back to Howard Grotz, you could arguably say the non-cross-country specialist, and putting pressure on him on these trails. Sebastian Finney, a more than worthy partner to Nino Schurter as they head through these trails. And we are going to be getting some information from the trails out to you to understand what the group composes of. We haven't seen Buff Megamo yet, and also notably absent is the pairing of Egger and Baum.
Yes, Gail Gega celebrating his 29th birthday today. He's not, by looks of it, having a particularly happy day out there because he missed the group here. Bulls Mavericks at the back, then Canyon City, and then the split of Toyota Specialized 91 and World Bicycle Relief. Buff Megamo were in this lead group going through the water point at Linton Park Wine Farm at 33 kilometers. Since then, they have been dropped. The Orbea Lead Speed Company were hanging on to the back of that group, and they've also been distanced. So the gap's starting to appear as the pressure starts to mount in the general classification, with World Bicycle Relief, Schurter and Finney trying to put the yellow jerseys under some form of pressure here. But it's going to take some work today. It's a short stage by Absa Cape Epic standards, just on 70 kilometers and 1,700 meters of climbing. Canyon City have really ridden themselves into this race after a slowish start. Andreas Sevold and Mark Stutzman have got stronger and stronger. They had that great stage win, the Witzenberg Valley stage in Tilbach, that set them up, and they had lost a lot of time on general classification early in the race, so they are on the back foot in terms of general classification, but they'll be enjoying the fact that they are now able to mix it and stay with the lead group for as long as possible. In fact, yesterday they were early aggressors up the climb towards the cliffhanger. They were distance and then got themselves back onto that group, but then distance again on the descent. Blue gum forests, as they snake their way through these forests, we might not be able to see them all the way through as they head down to Boer Flame. Chance now to introduce our third guest or third commentator alongside us here. Wonderful to have back with us Sabine Spitz. Morning.
Good morning, Gerald, and good morning, Neil. Yeah, I'm also happy to be back here on air.
And what are your thoughts on today's stage? You'll be familiar with the trails as well.
Yeah, so I mean it's a short stage, yeah, in general, and it normally also gives a bit opportunities for teams where which maybe not top in the general classement to maybe make a move, it's also after the longer and hot days, it's of course it's a bit more pleasant. So this morning and I guess also for the riders, so they're gonna have like a bit of break in today's stage.
A little more forgiving today after some very, very punishing days in terms of the terrain and the heat, and the conditions have been really, really tough over those first few days. As they've got around 20 kilometers to go, Elite men, they are absolutely flying through this terrain. You heard Simon Stiepjan say earlier today that he thought somewhere around about 2 hours 45 for the 70 Ks today, and might well be on the mark there.
Well, by our calculations then, they should be reaching the 51 kilometer mark very soon, and in fact in the next few minutes we'll be able to get some time checks and do the all-important roll call to see who are the top teams in contention at the moment, and also who's in that chase group, and of course what the gap is, and who's losing time today. But certainly not losing any time today. In fact, looking to gain time back on their Toyota Specialized 91 rivals. Looking to reclaim that yellow jersey is World Bicycle Elite leader Shirton Sebastian Finney, but in very close attendance, Matt Beers with Howard Grotz also in close attendance. Sebastian Finney in the front group, and we did notice that the Bulls Mavericks, Simon Schneller and Bruce Huber, having a fantastic day out there. It looks like they've handpicked today as a possible stage.
Yeah, so this is what
That's the point you made, yeah.
But just in a way, like teams you haven't seen previous days, that they maybe just also trying to find or to get the luck today and make a move and maybe hop on the podium.
Dorf Wine Estate in the Boer Vlei Valley, 380 hectare farm, 40 hectares under vine, and they produce some wonderful whites, Chardonnays and Sauvignon Blancs, full range of reds here as well. And those whites growing on those eastern slopes of Groenberg. These riders not stopping to taste the wine, I'm afraid, today, because they are on their way, just grabbing bottles and heading up the trail out of the Dorf Wine Estate. It is a focal point of the trails network here is Dorf, and not far away Velvenpas Farm, the old Velvenpas Farm belonging to the Retiefs, is just next door. That's where they're heading, up into the Boer Vlei Valley a little bit, and then doing a little loop and coming back. Not unfamiliar to them. They went in a similar direction 2 days ago when they came from Saronsburg, headed up on the other side of the trail.
Yeah, so the true grit, that was just quite rough. It's not a steep downhill, but it works you quite a bit because it's like quite rough underground surface. But these riders were already through, and the ladies will still have to come through that true grit.
All sitting up at the moment, just taking on and eating. Little truce observed after that water point, just giving the riders an opportunity to feed. You get the sense, Neil and Sabine, that perhaps today is maybe going. We've got two massively tough stages coming up after this. We had the Queen stage yesterday. Today, just maybe a percent or two off that real red hot racing pace.
Yeah, I see it that it's like a stage where the riders trying a bit to just breathe and to in a way to gain a bit some strength and some like energy back before it goes tomorrow and
Into the red zone.
and we could so again, I mean, the Jonkershoek stage, it's quite a tough one, which works the riders, because I think they almost didn't let one trail out in Jonkershoek.
That comes on the very final day, the grand finale, a rather different grand finale to previous years here, when we start and finish in Stellenbosch.
And it's actually quite a tough grand finale stage.
Probably the toughest I think I've ever had. If you think about it, it really is going to be a demanding stage.
Well, it's no procession, that's for sure. We have seen in the past shorter day on the grand finale, in fact even a later start time on the grand finale as the riders rolled into the likes of Blurensford and previously Val V2. Different grand finale, and Stellenbosch still has there's a bit of heritage, because Stellenbosch did host the very first grand finale in 2004. Just a quick look back at the split times that we've just been through. We just went through the Doolhof section at 51 kilometers, and Toyota Specialized 91, World Bicycle Rally, Canyon City, and Bulls Mavericks all together, the top 4 teams. We see there in Singer Racing and Buff Megamo. Buff Megamo also not on a good day today, and having lost time yesterday. Their hopes of overall look to be dashed.
Yeah, they were pretty philosophical yesterday. They realised they weren't up to stay with the red hot pace up at the top, going in to the 11-12 kilometre climb up to the top of the cliffhanger. So they just rode their own pace. Urs Huber sitting in the back of this group. Shimon Snelle, his partner, just up at there. Urs, so vastly experienced, the former winner, of course, of the Absa Cape Epic, and very much looking for some redemption here for the Bulls Mavericks to see if they can pull something out and win a stage today.
Huber winning the race with Carl Platt. Carl Platt's 5th and final victory in Urs Huber's first in 2016. And just we are highly aware of the fact that there's a big battle going on between Toyota Specialized 91 and the World Bicycle Rally for first place. Those are the first and second place teams. Third place overall, that third place overall slot on the podium at the grand finale is still wide open, because we see Buff Megamo losing time at that time check. They are around about 1 minute 40 back, and if you look at the overall general classification, they are lying in third currently, and with Orbia Lead Speed Company 9 minutes at 33, so around about 4.5 minutes behind them. But Canyon City are breathing down their necks. Canyon City could well be in contention for that third spot overall.
This is Buff Megamo with Bart Halleman on the front and Hans Becking on his wheel. The Singer Racing riders are just behind them. Same with Steve John and Jakob Hartmann. The gap starting to appear after the early phases of this stage. Perhaps for longer than we've seen at any other stage. They remain together, but now the gaps are starting to appear.
We haven't seen any sign of the, let's do a quick refresh of the results. We haven't seen any sign of the Orbia Lead Speed Company team yet coming through. We've seen Vittoria Factory coming through, and the team of Bo Martin and Munoz Moreno, and Buff Megamo to the support team, backup team of Hans Becking and Bart Alleman. But still no speed company.
Between the first team going through that checkpoint and the ninth team now, Buff Megamo 2, some 4 minutes or so. So that's the gap back, and yet, as Neil said, no Orbia Speed Company. They just haven't quite been this year in the type of shape and form that we saw them last year and the previous year.
Yeah, it's sometimes also just with the, you don't know, with the preparation, how it went, and maybe also I guess also maybe the pressure they had put on themselves, and but it just shows you also that the other teams which are now ahead of them, that they had the perfect preparation, and the fight is, or like the competition is quite tight. So, which makes it also exciting, and there is, like we saw it also with the changes of the leader jersey, that you have now in a way, like over the days, we had 3 different teams in the yellow jersey, which is very exciting.
It's highly competitive for sure, and we can see from just the visuals right now that Nina Schurter is firing on all cylinders. Matt Beers, the defending champion, and his partner Howard Ross also firing on all cylinders. Canyon CD, made up of the former world champion Andreas Seebold and the current German champion and riding with the Swiss champion, also today firing on all cylinders, and with so many teams in the mix and all firing on all cylinders, it does raise the level just an extra few percent, which can put pressure on the likes of Orbea Lead Speed Company. They are losing a lot of time, and we've seen them pass through that time check at 5 minutes and 14 seconds. So that is 5 minutes and 12 seconds behind Canyon CD, who have already leapfrogged over them on oval classification, on the virtual classification. Of course, if the race were to stop now, that would put Canyon CD 1 place up over Orbea Lead Speed. Still a long way to go though, even though we are at 51 kilometers and 70 kilometers of is the final distance of the stage. 1,700 meters of climbing, 1 major climb to go still, and that will take them to the Toyota Tough section, Golden Mile.
Yeah, so Nino Schurter is now here leading this group for quite a while, but with a good pace. And it seems like when we look a bit back, that Urs Huber has to actually already dropped a bit back and is really fighting hard, and we could see it from the e-bike camera a bit earlier. So also his body language, he really has to fight here to stay on this group.
Anyone knows how to fight in these sort of environments. It's Urs Huber Schneller hanging in there and backing his rider, his partner, to make it to the back end of this group, the lead group here. And Schneller is going to go to the front to try and slow things down a little bit here and bring the pace down so that he can give Urs Huber a chance to get to the group. There he is.
Urs Huber was a last-minute call-up for this race. He initially wasn't going to, so his preparation wouldn't necessarily have been absolutely ideal. He's of course a winner of the race, so he's an athlete that is certainly capable of winning this race, but